Okay, before we get into this video, I want to very quickly show you why I'm credible, and what I'm going to say in this video is going to be useful, because there's a lot of people out there who make outrageous claims and you end up listening to them and you end up sidetracked when actually they're talking nonsense. And so I've made a few quid online, and that's why it could be useful for you to listen and watch this exciting video we've got ahead. As you can see, this is one of my Stripe accounts. I've been in business 10 years. This is just for the last 3 years in this particular account. You can see 8.82 million dirham. If I put this into GBP and USD, you can see it comes out at approximately 1.7 million pounds and 2.4 million USD. So that is that. Now let's go back to the video here that we've got in store. So before we go into it, I want to set up the video before I go and search businesses and pull them apart. These stats just came out from Google. 87% of people use Google when looking for a local business. 76% of them visit a business and purchase within 24 hours. Number one on the list when someone searches on Google gets 30% of the clicks. Number two gets 25% of the clicks. And number three gets 20% of them. Then it falls off a cliff. And the third result, you may as well not exist. So this is pretty much getting the bulk of it, as you can see. This is why it's so important for you as a business to fix your Google, to fix what your visibility is like online. So let's get into it. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to pick an industry. So one industry, one town for this one video. And as you can see here, there's a bunch of industries. We have trades and home services, personal and health, professional services, others. So everything from builders, electricians, gyms, dentists, estate agents and letting agencies, childcare and tutoring, all of it. Okay. And the next thing I'm going to do is pick a city. So what I've done here is I've put both major cities in the UK on this side, and I've put all the industries on the left side. So what we'll do here is we'll spin the wheel to see what industry we're going to tear apart and start Googling. The winner is landscapers. So we have landscapers and gardeners that we're going to tear apart today. So the industry, landscapers and gardeners. Now we need the town. So let's move on to wheel 2 here. Let's load it. We have Edinburgh. Perfect. Happy days. So we're going to have our town. So we're looking for landscapers and gardeners in Edinburgh. All we have to really do here is search the industry and the town, open the map listings and scroll and find the ones with no website, just exactly as a customer does. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go type this in. I'm going to type best landscapers and gardeners in Edinburgh. And let's go back to this here a second. We're going to look at this, maybe not all of it at one time, but we'll certainly be thinking about all of this. So photos that look like a real business, services actually listed that they provide, opening hours filled in, if they've posted in the last 90 days, they have a rating of 4.5 or higher, they have 30 or more reviews, they have a review in the last month at least, the owner actually replies to the reviews, and of course a website, and I mean a proper website. So let's have a look here. Now what you'll find as soon as you search is typically the best ones will show up at the start because they've probably paid or they have been using SEO for a while and things like that. But you're going to see here a pretty interesting reading here. So when we look at the sponsored ones, you can see these people have paid to be up at this top part. Okay. And then when we come down here, this is where we go to just the ones that are on Reddit. You can see how important Reddit is here because anyone have any landscapers they recommend. Okay. And then we come down and then we can see which trusted traders is now paying for probably a lot of these keywords. And as we come down into this section here. Now what I'm going to do is head over to maps and look at them here. So you can see we've got sponsored and then we scroll down to these ones. Now it looks quite good because quite a lot of them do have websites that are shown up here. You can see this one here, Promise Landscapers, doesn't have a website. Let me open it up. So you can see how many reviews have they got. They've got 15 reviews. 3 years ago, the last one was edited. Someone's replied. So you can see this is pretty outdated. Now, if I go back to it, I don't know if there's a way you can get in touch. They've got a phone number here, but that's pretty much it. And they don't have a website. Now, that's crazy to me. But what I do want to do is go to one of the top ones and check their website. So these people are paying for it. So I'm going to go on their website. And just a reminder of what I'm looking for here. This stuff here, while that loads. So premium garden design and build premium garden design and build in Edinburgh and Fife. Transform your outdoor space into a modern, beautifully crafted garden that elevates your lifestyle. So this is pretty solid. Now I've had to scroll a good bit before I get to a button, which is here. Get your free consultation and build cost estimate. I click on it. It's quite slow at loading. It's now just taking me further down. I mean, look at all of this that I need to provide to fill in my information. This is far too long and it's blocky. I'd love to know what this looks like on a mobile, to be honest. In fact, I'm actually going to check quickly. So I'll copy the link over to my mobile. You guys won't be able to see it, but I'll have a look. Yeah, it doesn't look great. It's just as I thought. Don't know if you can see that there. No, you can't. So anyway, it's massive, massive text that is just overwhelming. What they don't have as well is email or any credibility or any reviews anywhere. Now bear in mind, this is someone who's quite happy to pay to be. They've only got 19 reviews. This one's got 35. This one's got 22. This one's good, it's got 146, and this one's got 523. Now, these guys will get great reviews. It's good to see. So let's go on their website, because if they got their website right, they're going to smash it. This photo looks terrible, in my opinion. Very washed out. Get a quote. Let's see how easy it is. Contact the services, Edinburgh's trusted trader. It's pretty good. There's a phone number there. What service do you need? Small project. I don't want to fill it in so that they end up feeling like they've got a lead. Let me go to the home site again. So it's alright, I like this. Different visual elements and stuff. It just looks very old and outdated. It doesn't look high quality. This is great, showing the visuals, brilliant. Coming down. And so yeah, it's very average. I'm just going to move my screen out. Yeah, I can't see any way just to leave a quick inquiry. I'd like to phone it. If there's a button, I could just phone, and even if the person doesn't answer, I get a text back to say, hey, there's some nice credibility down here. The read reviews section, the reviews should be at the very top. Like you can see it says read reviews. You can see these are just texts. This should be actual Google reviews that show up here. Look at all this text. I'm not going to read all of that. So this should be actual Google reviews, like the images of Google reviews. What's great is that they have got a 523, which is brilliant. Obviously, if I go down here, 5 days ago they posted. So that's cool. And then we've got 35 reviews. We've got 22. We've got 146. Let's check out this website. Gardening Services Limited, meet our team. This is pretty cool. Phone here, so straight away the phone number's there, which is great. The contact us button. And this is better. You know, it's just simple. Ask for the service and the message, and the contact details are everywhere. Again, we should see reviews. This is what you should see, but this should be much higher up. It should be right here next to the call to action button. And so let's look at a couple of other criteria here. Posted rating 4.5 or higher. So back. So all of these are kind of 4.8, 4.9, 4.7, 5. So what I'll do here is I'll take this over to ChatGPT, put it in here. Best landscapers and gardens in Edinburgh. And what we have here is ChatGPT saying, I'm checking current ratings, recent reviews, and whether each firm actually services Edinburgh, not just whoever ranks highest on Google. Can you see that? That's the difference here. You need to do both, and you need reviews where people say about you and what you say about yourself. So here's the Edinburgh shortlist here. Best gardener for regular maintenance. Spruce Gardening Services has come up number 1. Go back here and type in this. You can see this has got a 4.7 rating. It's got 100 reviews. So, you know, there was ones that had way more. Let's check the website out. Spruce Gardening Services. Pretty nice visual here. Again, where's the call to action? Where am I clicking? I want to get in touch now. My wallet in my hand, and I want to get going now. Some nice credibility pieces here. But contact. Can you see the recurring theme here? Now it's saying to go to Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Like, these pages are just not fast enough. There should be a widget on there that gets me a direct line to the person who's going to reply. And so you notice the theme here. All the landscapers had these same forms. It's probably some sort of Wix embedded form from their website builder. And you can just sort of see images that are just pasted onto the spaces here. Puzzled Monkey Landscapes website. So whoever's built this site, Puzzled Monkey, they're clearly getting themselves in. Like, I don't know why it's called. Maybe this is the company that's built their site and they care more about putting their branding in than they do anybody else. Maybe that's the actual name of the company. I don't know. But yeah, they've been recommended. I'd be flexing that. And it's just, no, there's just not much to this at all. And because of that, you just know that it's not going to get SEO optimized. It's great that they're showing up on ChatGPT here. If I did another search, they might not show up again. But you can see here, best for gardening plus trees. And this is where it's quoting it. It's quoting it from the Scottish Trusted Trader website. It just shows you how important the citations. And so we come back to here and we look at the gap that these businesses have. You can see, if I come back to the original search, let me get it. So here we have back to the search, and I want you to think about your business. It doesn't matter if you're a landscaper or not. You have to think about what is happening here, because I go back to my original point. 87% of people use Google when looking for a local business. 76% of them visit a business and purchase within 24 hours. If you're not in the top 3, you can see where it gets distributed. And if you're third or more, you're probably going to get forgotten about. And so the big lesson here is looking at Google. You need to see where you stand, because there is a lot of behind the scenes stuff that happens that we do for our businesses. But 4.8 at 88, 4.9 at 146, why is that appearing above that? And that's what you've got to ask yourself. And this is the bit that you should be obsessing over, because these people here are going to get the business, whereas who knows where you are? Like, are you down here? Look at the amount of pages here. Where do you appear? And you can see there's businesses like this with 8 reviews. If I go to their website, I mean, this looks like a wildlife website for some sort of peacock. And you look at this. This is on desktop, by the way. Contact us, probably the same form. We can be contacted via phone or email. Like, how old-fashioned is that? It's no wonder they're that far back. And so come back to ask yourself in your business, whatever your industry is, whatever your town is, you need to fixate over this stuff here. You need to make sure that you're posting photos of your business weekly. You need to make sure all your services are listed exactly as what you offer, because that's what Google and AI will search. You need to make sure your opening hours are filled in properly. You need to make sure you're posting consistently, especially within the last, weekly. Rating 4.5 or higher, 30 or more reviews. If you've been in business 15 years and you have 100 reviews, it's not good enough. And then make sure your reviews are current, up to date, and make sure you're actually replying. But more important than all of that is make sure the website is fully functioning and feeding all of this. If you enjoyed this video, there's another one popped up on screen. Give it a watch.